Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing this coming Saturday's meeting here from Fanny Bay in Darwin, which will be Saturday the 4th of March. I'm really looking forward to this meeting as it features the first two legs of the National Apprentice Race Series, with 5 visiting apprentices from around Australia joining the 5 NT-based apprentices. The NT has not been involved in the series for some 9 years, so we're delighted to be back and confident of holding our own. Dakota Lee Gillette will be the NT's points rider on Saturday, and we wish her well. With 42 acceptors in 5 races, we have 4 each-way betting affairs, and only the 0 to 64 1100 with half a dozen runners is a little light on the day. The first race gets underway at the mid-afternoon time of 3:04 p.m, while the last is scheduled to jump at 5:36 p.m. The weather in the top end has been very wet over the past week, with well over 400 mils in some 7 or 8 days. However, the forecast is for clearing weather as we get towards the weekend. In the first, the St Patrick's Day races on the 18th of March handicap. It's over 1300 for the benchmark 76 or open grade gallopers. My numbers here are 2, 1 and 5. Going here with number 2, Siakam. I didn't find this race very easy. It's a lead up, I suppose you would say, to the St Pat's Cup over the mile in a fortnight's time. But I settled on Siakam, trained by Gary Clark, and Cassie Martinen, one of our visiting riders, young Cassie's from WA. She takes the mount here for Clarkie, claims the 3 kilos. This horse was a last start winner. In fact, he's won 2 of his last 3. This is his lead up to the St Pat's Cup. He's racing well. He's got a good record at the trip. He's won twice from 7, and I've got him on top in what I found a tricky little affair. Ahead of number 1, Nuada Vanessa Arnott for Jason Manning. He's won his last 2, both back in November, but Jason does a great job with this old horse. He's won 540,000, or just short of. He's always capable, has a big weight to carry, 64, but he did win last time out with 63.5. Got him in to run second. And in for third, number 5, Poopy. I found Poopy an interesting runner here for Sonia Wiseman and Tom Logan. Racing well, a winner 2 starts back, and then just pipped here last time out by Cudgery. But the question for me is the 1300. She's raced it at 3 times and has yet to run a drum. So the distance, the question mark on Poopy. But in the first, my numbers are 2, 1 and 5. The second is the National Apprentice Race Series Handicap Leg 1. We have 2 legs on the day for the youngsters from both home and away. So looking forward to the first, and this over 1200 metres. It's a benchmark 54, and my numbers here are 1, 8 and 2. Looks one of the better bets of the day for mine, and that's Archie James, trained by Chris Nash, and to be ridden by Emma Lyons. Young Emma, of course, a Darwin-based apprentice, claims the 3 kilos. She's not the points rider in this race for the Territory, but obviously great that we can give all our apprentices a ride in this race due to the size of the field. So Archie James has won his last 2, beating Lucky Dog and Bardolini. That's pretty good form for a race like this, and especially with the 3 kilo claim, will drop his weight down to 59 kilograms. I think he can go on with the job and make it 3 on the bounce. Number 1, ahead of number 8, Captain Hedwick. Gary Clark trains, and Cassie Martinen from WA takes the mount here. Third last time out, over 1,000 metres. This 1,200 metres should suit him better. He has won at the trip before, and I think the increase in distance for him is key, so I've got him in for second. And in for third, number 2, Looking For You, to be ridden by Sophie Wilcock, the Queensland apprentice. Claims the 3 kilograms, trained by Phil Cole, and racing pretty consistently. Looking For You should give Sophie a lovely ride here in the second. Numbers in race 2 are 1, 8 and 2. The third is the Ladbroke Summer Sprint Series Heat 7. This is the second last heat. Of course, the series wraps up on St Paddy's Day, and Cudgery with a nice lead at the moment in the series. Not running this week, Cudgery. My numbers here are 2, 3 and 1. This for the 0 to 64 gallopers over the 1100 metres. 2 on top, Canton Kid, dying to win a race for Tayan Holter, and Paul Shires aboard. Run second in his last 2 outings. Beaten by From the Never Never, and then last time out by New Roman. The riding change, young Jade Hampson's been aboard and done nothing wrong, but Paul Shires aboard. That might just work the oracle with Canton Kid. Looks like he's going to win a race and then just doesn't quite get there, so maybe the senior rider on will make the difference. Number 2 on top to beat number 3, Papalette, Jared Todd for Gary Clark, just beaten here last time out by Brazen Pine. In this grade, racing well, sure to be in the first 3. And in for third, number 1, El Magnificence. Emma Lyons claims the 3 for Phil Cole, drops the horse's weight down to 57 kgs. 2 good thirds, his last 2, both behind Cudgery. No Cudgery in this week, must be a big chance in race 3. Numbers in the third, 2, 3 and 1. We move to the 4th, the second leg of the National Apprentice Race Series. This over 1,100 metres for the Class 2 gallopers. Good field engaged here, a field of 8 in this one, and my numbers are 2, 4 and 1. Going here with number 2, Courageous Hearts, trained by Phil Cole and to be ridden by the Tasmanian apprentice in Brooke Hannum. Claims the 3 kilograms, and Courageous Hearts had the 4 runs in Darwin for a 2nd and 3 fourth placings. The most recent of those was behind Lucky Dog on the 17th of February. Really knocking on the door. This horse gets another good opportunity here. So good luck to Brooke aboard Courageous Hearts. In for second, number 1, One for Anna. Last start winner for Chris Nash and Lek Maloney, and would you believe Lek Maloney was drawn out to ride this horse earlier in the week, so he takes the mount here on One for Anna. She's speedy, she's drawn 4, she'll go forward. You know what you're going to get from One for Anna. It's a matter if they can run her down, but she's racing well, and we've got her in to run 2nd. And in for 3rd, the interesting newcomer, Doc O'Connor, from the stable of Gary Clark. Sophie Wilcock, the Queensland rider, takes the mount here for Gaz. And this horse having his first start in the top end. I did see this horse trial last week. Won a trial in the hands of Jared Todd. Went good time. Jumped out well and has obviously got plenty of pace. So would only have to reproduce that trial run. First up on the track here to be right in the money here. Numbers in the 4th are 2, 4 and 1. And the last is the Mindle Beach Casino Resort Trobus Handicap. This also over the 1,100 metres, so we have 3 1100s on the day. This the 3 and 4-year-old average benchmark event, and a good field to finish the day too. 8 runners here, numbers are 1, 5 and 2. Settle on number 1, First Crusade, trained by Chloe Baxter. Chloe had that good winner here at the last meeting, Del Viento. So her team's racing well. Yanis Luxman, the visiting apprentice from the Red Centre, takes the mount here. So nice ride for Yanis. Claims the 3 kilos, takes the horse's weight down to 58.5. Only has to get back to somewhere near his best. His last couple have been a little indifferent, but maybe the change of rider here aboard First Crusade might work the oracle. So number 1 on top. To beat number 5, Ankle Rolex. Only the 3 starts so far for 2 wins for Paddy Johnson. Jade Hampson takes them out. Jade rode the horse last time out, did absolutely nothing wrong and winning by over 6 lengths. Up in grade, sure, but certainly must be in the mix. And in for 3rd, number 2, Bartolini. Phil Cole trains, Emma Lyons rides, and a couple of runs in Darwin. 2 good placed efforts, a 3rd and then a 2nd last time out behind Archie James. Pretty good form for a race like this. Numbers in the last, 1, 5 and 2. Best bet of the day in race 2, number 1, Archie James. I think he's racing really well, this horse. He seems to have improvement left in him. So looking for 3 in a row. Race 2, number 1, Archie James for Chris Nash and Emma Lyons. While the best roughie is in race 5, number 4, Rafali. Race 5, number 4, Rafali. Look to him to go an improved race this weekend. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, and our next meeting here in the Top End in a fortnight is one of our feature days outside of Carnival, and that's, of course, the St Patrick's Cup race day. Always a big one on the calendar. That's set down for the 18th of March. Really looking forward to that, and until then, good luck and good punting.